Good morning. My journal today that I'm reading was written 5/13/2010, the second of that day, and the Mayan day was 13 deer or hand, and it's called Consider the Cell Phone. Dark ones appearing as light ones is our greatest challenge on Earth right now. It's surprising they're taking us in so thoroughly, but then it's not. They first got us so thoroughly mind-based. That did it. Mind is easily manipulated. Mind's not heart. It's not soul. It's just thought. With their frequency nets that have been woven around our dear planet, it's little wonder we've been trapped within mind. Uh-oh, puppy went crashing down. The electronic grid we've been locked deeply into is the thing to watch. Begin to observe. Of course, you can't do this unless you sometimes get out of it. Turn off and unplug. Yes, unplug your electronic gadgets. Turn off the modem, the TV, the microwave. Remove cell phone battery. Turn it off. As an example of how insidious these gadgets are or can be, consider the cell phone. Did you know that you can be tracked by it? Did you know that this can happen even if you're not using it, not talking on it, not receiving a call? Did you know this is still true even if it's off? In a restaurant in some city, there was a meeting happening at one table there, a mafioso. Well, the feds wanted to know, what are they saying? Yet those guys are pretty sharp. Spot a cop. No problem with this day's techno gadgets. They used the cell phones of the other patrons around that table. They turned them into listening devices, and so made their recordings of what was being said. This includes cell phones that were turned off, my friends. If the battery's in it, it's functional and in ways you don't know of. Don't trust. We've been made to suck at the teat of this technology. We think we can't do without it. Ain't that so? Be honest. Have a look at that. Back off and take one good look. Just observe. What's with that? Why that dependency? And is it healthy? Better yet, does it open us to manipulation? You must know that's the name of their game by now. Those controllers, that's their way. Make us sheeple. Their job's easier then to manipulate, to herd us like cattle. Their livestock is us. A basic reality is that whatever you need, whatever you feel you can't do without, is a vulnerability. It can be used to control you. You're an addict. Facts are facts. Yes, I know how unpleasant it is to hear this from your dependent state there. Mine doesn't want to listen, does it? Emotions rise up. You're uncomfortable. Well, just be with it. Just observe. You don't have to do anything more than just watch. This is a wake-up call. Only see. Just that. Open eyes. Remember to be in heart. Our point of peace is there deep inside. It's quite lovely, really, for that means we carry it around with us always. Pretty cool, wouldn't you say? You bet it is. Just a matter of getting the hang of residing in there throughout life, throughout days, and it carries to nights. Really cool. So, don't let any of this stuff get you down. That's important. You're way bigger than that, than anything that could ever be used against you, my friends. We're light beings. Fancy that. And we've got powerful friends, both on earth and in heaven, in the skies. Those dark intended aliens are so in minority, it's amazing. They're loud, so they get lots of press, lots of messages they send, but they're quite few in number. Nor is their technology the greatest either. Our friends in the sky have all that and more. Sorry, all that. So don't be intimidated. Above all, don't let them minimize you. That's one of their traps, to make us think we're these puny little humans who can't even get along with one another or manage their own business, their own technology, their own planet. Don't buy that. They are the cause or behind most of what's wrong with our Earth just now. They arranged it, fed their plans, helped them come out with this story of theirs to convince us how we need their help. Don't you see how that plays? Don't buy into it. It's a trap. Life is just a seeming, in many ways, here in 3D. It's easy to manipulate, but we're waking up. Ain't that grand? I'd say so. We're multidimensional beings, and as we expand into that, we're not caged. From our greater beinghood, we can spot what they're doing to our brothers, our sisters, our children and friends. Life is quite different from these new perspectives, but mind just can't quite let it in. It goes beyond mind, do you see? We are way more than mind ever dreamed of us being. So, whatever you do, please don't minimize you. That's a trap. There's a danger there. Fall in with dark plans. When it all seems too confusing, don't worry, don't fret, just drop down in heart. Tarry there. And finally, you might like to make friends with my favorite phrase. It gets me out of many a touchy situation, a trap. Can't get caught if you say this: I don't know. Don't get caught knowing, because then you're in mind. Now, mind may be freaking out with what it's just heard or read. Can you feel that? Please do. Tune in. Senses open. Get the vibe. Your discomfort. Now, just be with that. Don't try to change it, to fix it, to mend it at all. Just be with it. For it's real. Just that. It's what is. This is being in the now, my friends. This is caring enough about yourself to let yourself be, to own your own feelings and inner state. Just allow it to be. We haven't been good at doing that. We've been taught everything else, haven't we? The opposite of just being. Well, the other obvious thing, if there's any doing to be done, is just to drop down into heart to observe. There's a point of peace there that we can access more and more as we back off from the mind. The only reason we can't access it right off is because we're identified with mind. Just that. So, as we realize more and more that we're not the mind, we're not the mind, that we have one instead of we are one, then that peace can come through. We can feel it more and more. It's right there. Always is. I'll close with reminding that you're lovely, great beings of light. You're not puny. Not one bit. That's a lie. It can be dropped right now on the spot. Great light being. That is you. That is I. That is us. Now, let's be love, my friends. That's our real truth. Carry on. Have a great day. You deserve it.